Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Monday the 30th of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. As it's a Monday, we're going to look at things from a weekly perspective, and I've highlighted the weekly changes here in the red rectangle. As you can see, it's been a story of a recovering dollar, of dollar strength, and I've highlighted three currencies that we followed across the course of last week just to illustrate that. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen, all against the US currency, all of them losing ground, quite significant ground, across the course of last week. The dollar, for its part, not that strong as far as dollar index is concerned. Anyway, 91.53 we're starting the week on for dollar index today. That is a gain of 1.4%, but we perhaps might have expected it to have tested to, and maybe even through, that 92 handle, which is the next big level that we'll be looking at. As far as the world of Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies is concerned, Bitcoin itself made just under 6.7% of gains on the week, and Ethereum added 10.44% over the last 7 days. Right, let's take a look at what's on the calendar and events that may move the markets today. A reasonably busy calendar. We've already had PMI data out of China, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail momentarily. We've also heard from the Reserve Bank of Australia's Governor Philip Lowe in a speech from him this morning. To come at 6 a.m. GMT, we'll have retail sales data out of Germany for March. That'll be followed at midday GMT by the slightly more important harmonised index of consumer prices for April out of Germany. This is, of course, the ECB's preferred measure of inflation across the continent. 12:30 sees the release of a raft of personal spending and personal consumption data out of the US. All those figures are for March as well. And then at 13:45 we'll have the widely followed Chicago Purchasing Managers Index data for April. That's followed by pending home sales data at 1400, and then there's a hiatus until 22:45 when we'll get building permits for March out of New Zealand. Right, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, China's PMI data was mixed, but better than had been feared. One gauge of services PMI actually showed a 4-month high. Meanwhile, private sector credit in Australia grew at its fastest pace for 4 months. Business credit grew by 0.8% and housing credit by 0.5%. But personal credit use fell by minus 0.1%. And that may be some comfort to the Reserve Bank of Australia, suggesting that maybe personal debt use is being dampened down whilst business and housing credit continues to grow. China is to host a US trade delegation this week and will try to avert a full-blown trade war with its rival, says MarketWatch.com. And meanwhile, more pressure is piled onto UK PM Theresa May as her Home Secretary Amber Rudd resigns over an immigration row. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond, and why not think about this? As we approach the end of the month, I thought it might be a good idea to plot the month-to-date performance of various asset classes in percentage terms. Have a look at the chart. I've added a few pointers here, as you can see, as the things that I thought were important over the course of the month. It'll be very interesting to see how we fare in May as we edge further into the second quarter of 2018. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of the products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.